Is your room always messy even though you clean it all the time? Yeah, I know. I used to be super lazy Japanese and my room looks like this. But now, wherever I live, I'm able to keep my room clean, simple, and zen-like. How did that happen? Don't worry, I don't use any illegal techniques. It's all came down to a simple habits and rules. And good news is, there is a step-by-step process. All you can do is just follow this process. Let's get started! 0. Don't buy storage boxes. Yeah, before we get into the steps, let me tell you about one big mistake I made. I used to think, if I want to get organized, I need more storage. So whenever I clean my room, first, I'd run to Muji and grab a bunch of nice looking storage boxes. Have you ever done that? Well, please don't do it. Because it only gives you the illusion of being organized. What happens is you end up putting things away for now, even if you don't really need them. Sure, your room might look nicer, but the problem is your stuff doesn't actually decrease. You're just putting random things, and when it's full, what would you do? Maybe you would buy another storage box and put everything in it again and again. And in the end, your stuff just keeps increasing. You don't even know what's actually inside. I've been there. It's frustrating, right? So, before start organizing, don't buy storage first. What's the first thing you do? This is it. First, Seiri. Seiri means separating what you need from what you don't and letting go of what you don't need. This is the key. Reduce your things and organize second. I always say this because otherwise you'll end up like past me. So how do you reduce stuff, Aki? Yeah, I've tried many kinds of decluttering methods and this is one of the most effective methods I found. It's a bit unique though. Think of your stuff like Pokemon. What do you mean, Aki? Yeah, let me explain. As you know, there are hundreds of Pokemon, but you can only have 6 of them on your team. It's limited. Because of that, you don't choose the ones that make you think, this good enough? No. You choose the ones that make you say, hell yeah, I choose you. Yeah, this feeling is the key. It's the same when choosing things. Because your space is limited, that's why you should only keep the things you truly love. For example, cups. Take them all out first, then ask yourself, would I want this with me on my journey every day? And if your answer is, hell yeah, that's your favorite ones. So keep the things, then if not, thank it, then let it go. If you still can't decide, think about this. If someone said, can I buy this from you? Would you say yes? If it's something you truly love, you wouldn't say yes, so keep it. I recommend doing this one category at a time. Clothes, books, small things. If you want more about it, watch this video. Second, Seiton. Now you've let go of the things you don't need and kept only the things you love. The next step is Seiton. Seiton means giving every item a home, so you can grab it anytime you need it. Yesterday I saw AI videos about Japanese decluttering and it said everything needs a home. Yeah, great, that's right. But honestly, they're missing one important thing. They never explain how to choose the right address. Yeah, this is the key. Because in the past, I just gave everything a home randomly without thinking about it. And guess what? My room got even messier. Okay, let's say you have your favorite mug and okay, your address is here. If it's all the way in the back of the cabinet, use it and putting it back is always a hassle, isn't it? So you just leave it wherever you want. That's how clutter starts. So I found that the more often you use something, the easier it should be to put back. So I made these 3 rules. First, things you use every day, like clothes, cleaning tools, or your favorite mug. These should live in the easiest place to put back. Ideally, you can put them away just one move. For example, lint roller we use every day are right here. Our cooking tools hang on the wall, and my matcha set lives here. So I can take and put it back easily, no stress. Second, things you use few times a week. This is, for example, things like hobby items. And ideally, this should take 2 moves to put away. Like this, open, put it back. It's done. Simple. Third, things you use a few times a year. This is, for example, seasonal items, holiday decorations, things like that. I keep them in storage boxes. Give it a try. Third, Yohaku. Alright, now that everything has an address, it's time to put it all in. But here's the thing. Don't just put things tightly, leave empty space. We call it Yohaku. I know when you see an empty space, your brain wants to fill it, right? Me too. But fight that urge and keep the Yohaku. Why? There are 3 reasons. First, it makes your stuff easier to grab. Second, it makes it much easier to see where everything is. Third, when something new comes into your life, that empty space becomes its new home. So try to follow this Yohaku rule. Okay, so these Seiri, Seiton, and don't forget Yohaku, these 3 are already powerful, but it's not the end. You have to keep it organized all the time. So let me show you the important habits for that. Fourth, send things home at night. During the day, you use things. And after that, it's the best you can put it away right away. But in my experience, it's hard to do that all the time. Sometimes forget. So I started this habit. Just 5 minutes at night, have time to send everything back home. I learned this habit actually from the tea ceremony. So in the tea ceremony, every tool has its own home first. As you make matcha, the tools move around. But when it's over, every single tool goes back to its original home. In a way, using it and putting it back is set. That's why the tea room never stays messy. Ideally, morning, everything is home. During the day, things go out. At night, everything comes back home. Good thing is, seeing a tidy room first thing in the morning makes you smile. Fifth, buy less. One day I asked Dupi, what do you think the most important thing for keeping a home organized? She answered immediately, don't buy so much stuff. Yeah, I completely agree. Because here's the truth. You decluttered and organized your room. But after that, if you keep buying more and more stuff, it'll easily become clutter again. That's why buying less stuff is the key. Super key. So how do you do that? Yeah, here are simple rules Yuppie and I follow. First, set your budget first. This is the budgeting system we use. Alright, this is it. We decide how much we are allowed to spend every month for each category. For example, for food, for daily things, something like that. Without a budget, it's easy to buy things, as many as you want. But once you set the limit first, you naturally buy less. Second, only buy what you need now. Simple, don't buy what you might need someday. You just buy things you need now. Third, buy things with a story. This is actually Yuppie's rule. She tries to buy things only when she knows who made them, who sold them, and the story behind them. Because when you know the story behind things, you naturally value it more, you use it with care, and you can use it longer. And which means you end up buying less. Fourth, set a limit. Another rule I follow is set a limit for how many items I own. It helps avoid buying more than I need. For example, I own 5 t-shirts and 5 pairs of short socks. They used to be all black, but I changed the color. This number depends on my life, depends on my environment, but I always try to set a limit number. Fifth, leave it in your cart overnight. Do you often buy things online? If so, use this method. When you find something you really want to buy, don't buy it right away. Put it in your cart and wait 24 hours. That's it. Overnight. After overnight, decide it. Because when you find things you want, You're so excited. So most of the time, I think it's just an impulse. So calm down first. And maybe you think, why did I even want this? Sixth, clean every morning. To create a Zen-like room, you need to reduce things, organize. And actually you need one more habit, and that is cleaning. Because even if everything is organized in your room, if there's a hair and dust all over the floor, it doesn't feel very Zen, right? That's why cleaning is just as important. And the habit I always recommend is cleaning in the morning. Yeah, I say this all the time. Yeah, this is the habit that Zen monks do, and my great-grandmother did it too. Here's why I love it. When you clean in the morning, a clean room becomes the default for your entire day. Yeah. If your room is messy in the morning, you might not care more clutter during the day. But when it's clean, even a little mess stands out, so you don't want to mess your room. Morning cleaning also clean your mind too, because when you see clean room, you feel calmer, more refreshed. And in my experience, that good feeling stays with you all day. So just 5 minutes, let's do morning cleaning. 7th, 30 seconds right away. My partner Yupi is great at organizing. But what really impressed me was how good she's at cleaning. For example, the kitchen is always clean. Look at this stove, it's spotless. I was wondering why, and I discovered one simple habit. And that is, if something gets dirty, clean it right away. Even if it's just for 30 seconds, she does it. Yeah, this is it. And I asked her why. Then she said, so dirt never gets a chance to build up. This 30 seconds today saves me an hour for cleaning in the future. I was like, wow. So now I'm trying to adopt her habits too. To be honest, it feels like a hassle sometimes. But I tried it. Let's do it together. 8th, bring the seasons into your room. Finally, this isn't really about organizing and cleaning, but it's about enjoying your Zen-like room even more. Bring the seasons into your room. Actually, that's exactly what happens in the tea room. Tea room, it might look the same all the time, but actually the tea utensils, flowers, and the hanging scroll change with the seasons. It's a small change, but you can feel it. So try adding just a small touch of the season to your home. We do that. For example, sunflower. Yeah, we change flowers with the seasons. It's a small change, but even if I live in the same room, it makes me feel so fresh. So bring something seasonal things into your room. That's the key to enjoy your Zen-like room even more. This is exactly how I slowly turned my room, now our room, into a more Zen-like space. I was able to do that. You can do that too. It's your turn. Have a great day. Bye bye.